Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking into another great mystery, the vanishing of Flight 19. Grab a drink, sit back and relax and enjoy everything to do with Flight 19. The mysterious disappearance of Flight 19 is one of the most intriguing and perplexing events in aviation history. The story begins on December 5, 1945, when 5 U.S. Navy bombers, known as Flight 19, vanished over the Bermuda Triangle, sparking an enduring mystery that continues to captivate minds to this day. Flight 19 was a training flight consisting of 5 Avenger torpedo bombers, each piloted by experienced pilots. These bombers were part of a routine navigation and bombing exercise over the Florida coast. Their mission was relatively straightforward: to fly out from their base at the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, conduct their bombing runs, and then return safely to base. But something went terribly wrong, and the aircraft disappeared without a trace. At the time, the squadron was under the command of Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor, a seasoned pilot with over 2,500 flying hours. Taylor was a trusted leader, and his experience suggested that this would be just another training flight. However, as the mission unfolded, things took a strange turn. The first sign of trouble came when Flight 19's aircraft were supposed to make their first bombing run. However, one of the pilots, Lieutenant Taylor, became disoriented. According to reports, Taylor began radioing back to base, expressing confusion over his location. He stated that he believed he was over the Florida Keys, but there was no visual confirmation to support that. His reports seemed to be coming from all over the place, but the reality was that Taylor and his crew were far from where they thought they were. As the flight continued, Taylor's confusion deepened. He eventually radioed back saying that they were running out of fuel and needed to return home, but his navigation was failing him. In an attempt to get back on track, Taylor started turning his planes eastward, but it's unclear whether he understood that they were actually flying away from land. There was a severe miscommunication about the flight path, with Taylor's reports growing more erratic. One of the most chilling moments came when he said, "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right. We don't know where we are. Everything looks strange, even the ocean." Despite Taylor's panic, his situation only worsened as the planes ran low on fuel. Search parties were dispatched immediately, but as the hours ticked by, there was still no sign of the missing planes. Eventually, a search and rescue plane, a TBM Mariner, was sent to look for the bombers. Tragically, the Mariner itself disappeared without a trace, compounding the mystery and leading many to question whether the Bermuda Triangle had anything to do with the incident. Despite an extensive search operation, neither Flight 19 nor the TBM Mariner was ever found. This event marked the beginning of what would later become known as the Bermuda Triangle Mystery, a region in the North Atlantic Ocean infamous for the mysterious disappearances of ships and aircraft. Over the years, various theories have emerged to explain what happened to Flight 19. Some believe that the crew's disorientation was caused by navigational errors due to a combination of poor weather conditions, a malfunctioning compass, and possibly the intense sunlight reflecting off the ocean. These factors could have caused the pilots to lose their bearings, leading them further off course than they realized. Another possibility is that the crew fell victim to a type of magnetic anomaly that affects the compass and navigational systems in the region. The Bermuda Triangle is infamous for its supposed magnetic anomalies, areas where compasses malfunction and pilots are often disoriented. This theory posits that Flight 19's aircraft were thrown off course by these anomalies, leaving them lost and unable to find their way back. Others speculate that the disappearance may be linked to a rare and unpredictable meteorological phenomenon. There have been reports of sudden and violent storms that appear without warning in the Bermuda Triangle, with winds and lightning capable of causing disorientation. Some believe that these storms, combined with poor visibility, caused the pilots to lose their way and eventually run out of fuel, forcing them to crash into the ocean. But no explanation fully accounts for the events that took place that day. The fact remains that Flight 19, despite being the subject of a massive search, was never found, and the mystery surrounding their disappearance remains unsolved. There are still those who believe that the Bermuda Triangle is somehow involved, though there is no definitive proof of this. Skeptics argue that the Bermuda Triangle myth is exaggerated, and that the disappearances can be attributed to natural phenomena, human error, and equipment malfunctions. The Bermuda Triangle, however, is not just a place of mystery for Flight 19. The entire region has a long history of unexplained disappearances. Over the years, there have been numerous other aircraft and ships that vanished under similar circumstances, and Flight 19 is often cited as one of the most significant events in the lore of the Bermuda Triangle. However, it is important to remember that the area is one of the most heavily traveled in the world. With so much traffic, it is not surprising that accidents and disappearances have occurred. Another aspect of the Bermuda Triangle mystery lies in the search and rescue efforts that followed Flight 19's disappearance. Despite knowing the location where the flight was last in contact, the Navy could not find any trace of the planes. Even more puzzling was the disappearance of the TBM Mariner, which was sent out to search for Flight 19. The Mariner itself disappeared during the search, and its wreckage was never found. Some believe that the plane may have exploded in midair, or that it too fell victim to some mysterious force that disrupted its navigation systems. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence surrounding the Flight 19 incident comes from the testimonies of survivors from nearby ships and aircraft. Several sailors and pilots reported hearing strange noises on their radios as they searched for the missing planes. These noises were described as clicking or interference, which some people have interpreted as a sign of some sort of unknown force at play. This strange radio interference has been linked to other disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle, further fueling speculation that something paranormal may have caused the pilots to lose their way. As the years passed, Flight 19 remained one of the most talked about aviation mysteries in history. The story captured the imagination of the public, and it soon became part of the larger Bermuda Triangle mythos. The disappearance of Flight 19 raised important questions about the safety of air travel in the region and the potential dangers of flying through the Bermuda Triangle. But while Flight 19's disappearance remains unsolved, it's worth noting that it is not the only incident to occur in the area. Despite the intrigue surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, the region is still heavily traveled today. Millions of people fly over it every year, and countless ships pass through its waters. And yet, despite its ominous reputation, there is no definitive evidence that the Bermuda Triangle is any more dangerous than other parts of the ocean. Still, the mystery remains, and Flight 19 serves as one of its most chilling symbols. What happened to Flight 19 that day in December 1945 remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Was it a case of navigational error, equipment malfunction, or something far more mysterious? We may never know the full truth behind the disappearance of Flight 19, but what we do know is that the event remains an enduring enigma, one that continues to captivate the imagination of people all over the world. As the years go on, the story of Flight 19 continues to spark debate among researchers, skeptics, and those who believe in the supernatural. Some believe that the Bermuda Triangle holds secrets that may never be fully understood. Others believe that human error, weather, and mechanical failure are sufficient explanations. And while the truth remains elusive, one thing is certain. The story of Flight 19 is not just about the disappearance of 5 planes, but about humanity's ongoing quest to understand the mysteries of our world and the unknown. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown and come back for another Mystery of Humanity.